I am so happy to be here with you guys on a very, very important day. Happy Valentine's Day! I have never had such a captive audience. And Naveen, can you hold this for a minute? That TED talk was very interesting. Please do note that I've tried to be color coordinated, but when I took out my glasses and I wanted to quickly make a note of what would be interesting, it got over. So you'll just have to put up what I have to say. First of all, something is there beyond all of us. We are loving, caring, emotional human beings, but there is a power beyond us that gives us the strength, the capability. Have I finished already? Okay. To face whatever comes our way. And when all else fails, when we think that we have become weakened, God is there to hold our hands and say, come on, buddy, you can do it. I figured out one thing in life, which I share with all my patients. Is there an interesting TED talk going on there? I'll come and watch you. And that is, God, if you have given me all my problems, then it is up to you to give me the solutions. I'm free. So, when I talk to patients who become very dear friends of mine, I make them understand that the strength is within us, that God is there to hold our hands and walk us through everything. So you say, where does reinventing the future come in? There are lots of little cases that I'm going to share with you now, apart from sharing my life for these 18 minutes. There's a friend of mine. She called me her chemo angel. And if she was in trouble, I would be by her side, waiting for the needle to go into her. Only there were screams from the other side. So I went, and I met this girl, Lakshmi. She was crying. She was agony. I said, what happened? My Tamil is very bad. But she explained to me that the sister had tried about 10 times and couldn't get the vein. So she was crying. I pretended to be angry with the sister. I said, leave her and go away. And I caught her hand. I sat on her bed. I gently patted her hand. I made her feel relaxed. And then I told her, I said, who's your Ishtadevta? Which God do you believe in? And she said, Anjanaya, Hanuman. I said, do you love him? She said, yes. I said, and don't you think he loves you? Yes. So I said, now you're going to do something. You're going to be very relaxed so that your body does not resist anything. And you're going to call Anjanaya and say, help me, help me. So she looked as if I was a little off my rocker, but I think when you don't have any other choice. You're willing to do anything. So we went through this process where I told her, I said, relax, visualize that Anjana is there. He's going to help you. Visualize that your vein is becoming bigger, and visualize that the needle is entering the vein as a hot knife does butter. And then I said, are you ready? So called the nurse. I said, be careful, be gentle. And this girl shut her eyes, and in 2 seconds, the needle went in. Lakshmi wept and wept. She got hold of my hand. She kissed it. I said, what happened? She said, thank you. The needle went in. And what did I say? I said, I had nothing to do with it. It was Anjanaya. And whenever you're in trouble, call Anjanaya. Tell him to help you. That was, in a way, a reinvention of her future. Because anytime she's in trouble, she will call Anjanaya. And she will pass this on to her family, to her friends, that when you're in trouble, anyone, whatever supreme being, whatever God you believe in, is there for you. That was something that I felt very reassured with, that you can really utilize your faith. Faith, facing anything in trusting Him. That works all the time. Then there was this little kid, and he had blood cancer. Real positive guy. So I asked him, I said, you know what that means? Yeah, I have bad cells in my blood. So I said, what do you play with? Nowadays we had Superman, Phantom, few people like that. And he was talking about something I hadn't heard of, the Power Rangers. I said, okay, and I'm a dramatic person, so I told him I want to be a Power Ranger. And I insist that my costume has to be silver to go with my hair. So his mother was very sweet. She sat down and she drew Power Ranger. And we're going to get into your blood. Bad cells. We're going to shoot them out of existence. Ta, 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 ta. He was so taken up. He was so happy because this is something he understood. I didn't have to tell him, creative visualization, get rid of your cancer cells. No. We played a game, and in 6 to 8 months, he was fine. Where his mother was worried that he wouldn't be able to travel alone, he now gets onto the plane and goes to his grandparents. Now, indirectly, he has learned the art of creative visualization. And whenever he's in trouble, he's going to utilize it for the future. Another case. This girl came from Cameroon. She came with a 45-year-old brother who had cancer. She was about 26. And while he was here, he passed away. She was distraught. She was hysterical. How could you die? How could you leave me and go away? I'm in a country that I don't know. with our family and friends. So I started taking food for her. We had a great time having lunch together. That was incidental. What actually happened, that she was able to every day work out her fears, work out her trauma, work out the tragedy in her life. And by the time she took the body back, she was calling me Mom. She called me up day before and she said, Mom, I miss you and I'm going to make a special trip to come back to India. Now, if it doesn't matter if she's from Cameroon and I'm from India, if we could all spread our hearts, give it to everyone we meet, because we are basically all one. God is one. We are different. We connect at the heart level. And it is so simple to say, oh, you're all my friends. And I love you people so very much. In life, there comes a time when your parents, your friends, your family supports you. Anyone who goes through cancer or any disease needs all the support possible. And to all of you who have at some point of time been there for your family and friends who are in need, I salute each and every one of you. Because apart from the family, the person going through it, I'm going through it, I have to deal with it, it's diagnosed, okay, surgery, chemotherapy, radiation. But what about the family? What about the friends who see a loved one in trouble? There is something called the power of prayer. Do you know the second time I was diagnosed, everyone was praying for me. The first time was 1998. The second was 2004. And I sat back. And I said, I don't need to pray for myself. This is what I'm going through. It's affecting my body, mind, and soul. I am just going to be. The best thing in life is that if you can just be, go through everything that happens to you, you will find that this too shall pass. There are a few phrases which I use very often. God is great. This too shall pass. Have the attitude of gratitude, because in all those things, your life opens up with greater possibilities, more friends, more love, more affection, more of everything. My blood group is A, B positive. So I tell people, A, B positive. But when I lost a stillborn child in the 8th month, how could I be positive? I thought to myself, now how can I change this to give me strength? And I sat back and I said, okay, these last 8 months were so beautiful, so wonderful. And maybe this soul needed just 8 months in the form of a human. And maybe it is now free from the cycle of birth and death. So I changed something very negative to something so positive and so beautiful. I need to tell you that whatever you're going through, there has to be some good. My father always said, face things, don't fight them. My mother said, there's good in everything. And now I sit back and I realize that These two truths are so beautiful. They can take us through anything in life. So never be disheartened. Never feel down. There's another phrase that I love to share with everyone. Fear. What is fear? F-E-A-R. False emotions appearing real. So what you fear is actually the wildest bit of our imagination, thinking the worst and making it so real. If there's a rope and you're scared, you'll think it's a snake. But if you're not scared, you'll kick it because you know it's a rope. So just realize that anything in your life that bothers you, troubles you, hassles you, just think back, sit back. Is this truth? Is it my thought only? Is it actually happening? Any time you step back objectively, oh, that is Neerja, this is happening to Neerja, it gives you a very clear picture of what you're going through. I'm so happy to be here amidst all of you. And I did promise my son that I wouldn't say much about my children, but I'll say just one bit. I used them as a focus to live. If any one of you has a problem, just use a focus. They were a precious pregnancy, and I said I have to face anything and everything for them, my parents, my friends, and he's there watching, doing, being. So God bless you all. I didn't give you a chance to dance, Gibran. I'll come down and dance with you.